Alright, we got the stream posted, and we should be ready to go, and we are live. Okay, so in this episode of Running Around Ivea, I believe this is the last leg of this mission for the Netch. This will be the fourth time I've been doing these missions to complete the scribing quest line, which is brand new. It dropped last year. I think you could pre-order it in July. I just picked it up last month. Or I'm sorry, not last month. In December. But I fell ill, so I wasn't able to get in here and run around and complete stuff. So in January, I started streaming again. I wanted to show this. Going in blind, no idea what's going on. So far, these missions have been kind of lackluster. Very repetitive in a few instances. The dragon was a real pain in the ass. It was about a riddle. There was a lot of running back and forth from 2 or 3 different areas, just going back and forth and back and forth. Was alright, but it's been, each of these doors has been a set of the same kinds of quests, which gets a bit repetitive after a while. So this is the fourth one, and you can see the blue lines. These are all lit up, going up to the dais over there to power that crystal, and the 4 corresponding scribing, what are they called? Whatever, those stations up there. This is the last door. Presumably when that happens, this door will open, and we can go in there and probably finish another quest. So we'll talk to her.
The crow has warmed up to me, which is great. But now she wants to start tutoring me. It's like I'm back at my mother's home again.
You just call your mother an old crow? Well, they're the same kinds of quests I did with the other 3, so that's how it's going with the Netch.
Me? Of course. From chasing illusionary squirrels to luminary trials?
Squirrels.
It's been quite a day. Do you know why it wants me to tag along?
I think it's because you're cute. Probably.
I suppose when a magical being asks you to help out, you help out. This will be an interesting story to tell my parents when I head home for New Life Fest.
Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Alright, see ya. The clinic in Suran. Suran sounds like it's in the Algier Desert. I was not paying attention to anything she was saying. Oh, these guardian things. That was part of one of the quests. The whole idea is that, like, we need knowledge, so you go to the griffin, or the dragon, helps with knowledge for this whole place, the Scholarium, which is basically what we're doing, is rebuilding the Scholarium, putting it back to its former glory. This is the scribing altar, that's what it's called. Wield soul. Oh, I need stuff from... Yeah, I need the ink. Okay, so don't know how to do that. Never gotten to the Elder Scrolls games. Played Oblivion a bit. Got as far as getting a horse in Skyrim. And that made me quit on its own. What's it say? Hit a little rock? Congrats. You go flying. Skyrim had some issues. I've played through it, I think, 4 times. It turned into, maybe Suran is in Vardenfell. Let's go check before we go through that portal, because sometimes the waypoints are not accurate. There it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, to Vardenfell. I played Morrowind very briefly. A neighbor of mine said I could borrow it, and like I was friends with his brother too, so we'd hang out. And take turns playing the game. He went as a foreign exchange student. I forget how long. And when he got back, he was like, "Oh, good, you had a lot of fun with it. This is a character I can delete now." And it deleted my character right in front of me, so I never got to play it again. And it kind of soured me. But this is Vardenfell, where Morrowind takes place. It's the third in the Elder Scrolls games. And Oblivion was 4, which I played the hell out of, even though it's got some weird character animations. Anyway, Belandris. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I didn't like what they did to any of the characters in The Wheel of Time on Amazon. I was pissed off what they did with Rand. You know, okay, he's young, so he's kind of a whiny brat. You know, I can let that go a little bit, but then there's no development for the entire first season. He's just a whiny, spoiled brat the entire time. Matt is pretty much the same, but just added that he's a thief, which he is not in the books, and he's also a philanderer, which he is not in the books. He doesn't take advantage of women like that. In fact, all three of the... Well, why... If there's a portal to right here, why didn't... Never mind. That's stupid. Anyway, all three of the boys have a very strong sense of duty to protect and be kind to women. That's ingrained in them, and all of Amon's Field from a very young age, for generation after generation. Yeah, I watched Disbrews as well. He really didn't like that show. I thought the magic was stupid. They basically break the entire world of the Wheel of Time in the first 2 minutes. There's a 2-minute exposition dump from Moraine that ruins all of it. It's basically men bad, women here because men bad. Women good, men bad. And it just over and over and over again throughout the series. Perrin is an idiot, and he's married when we first meet him, and during, what is it, Beltane? I think it's called Beltane, which is the festival of Amon's Field where they all get together. He, quote-unquote, accidentally slams a giant axe into his wife's stomach and kills her. And the scene is just ridiculous, just on its own. The whole Beltane massacre is ridiculous. Abel Cawthon, hey Dork, welcome. Abel Cawthon is
I grew up thinking nothing could kill my father.
Drunk and a cheater.
And later a mercenary. Tough as they come.
The whole invented storyline of Perrin's wife was it's absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing?
We haven't spoken
in years. He has that dumpy, like, he is a mouth breather. Perrin is not stupid, but they make this guy stupid. They are 16 at the time of Beltane. Approximately. It's not really clear exactly how old they are, but that's kind of where they are, is 16, 17 years old. I believe Edwin is 16. Nynaeve is, I think she's 20. Yeah, she's 18 to 20, something like that. Again, it's not exactly clear, but they do spend 4 years until the point where we're at in The Dragon Reborn. It's approximately like that. Or at the start of Shadow Rising. They've been wandering around for a while. It's like 6 months to go from the Eye of the World to Cairn in the east, along the spine of the world. So they've spent a lot of time adventuring. They are getting more and more grown up, and there's a lot of character development. There is none in the show.
It must be a surprise to see me.
Nalia?
Oh, I've got to go back to talk to her.
I'll fill you in shortly.
I wasn't paying attention to any of that, but that's alright.
A friend, can I have a word?
Oh, thanks, the orc. You don't have to do that. Where is she? Oh, she's above. I didn't see her in the room.
I had no idea Alec's father was even sick. We're old friends, so I'm eager to help however we can.
Something about moving with the wind? I eat Taco Bell on occasion.
Where we began with portals? That sounds like the Netch. Apparently you're not the only one being tested here.
Well, that was kind of one of the things I was saying in Ozzy's chat was there's just absolutely no character development whatsoever with the guys or the girls. Nina just starts off knowing everything and can do everything, and she's just magic and amazing. And she's like that throughout the show. And she has this just, I don't know if it's RBF or they directed her to look like that. She is just a horrible bitch. And she's kind of an ass in the books, but we get a little more internalized dialogue from her about why she is the way she is. She's just frustrated, and she loses a lot of her control that she had in Eamon's field. When, you know, they adventure out, she's not the smartest, she's not the strongest. She realizes these things in the books. In the show, she's the bestest. It's like that with a lot of the female characters. What they did to Min. We're supposed to meet her in, was it Baileron, I think is the city to the north of Eamon's field. Moraine kind of knows her a little bit, but in the show, she's best buddies with her, knows everything about her.
I just want him to know.
So they're going to open a portal to Dragon Bridge. Great. Hey, Clifton, how's it going, brother?
One moment, Alec.
Is it Camelin? I thought they met her before that.
You're headed to Dragon Bridge. Walk with Magnus.
I know they meet a dark friend in Baileron, and that scene was okay in the show. However, they did not point out that even in self-defense, the boys had a severe problem with killing a woman. It hurt them a lot, deeply. In the show, they're just like, well, that's taken care of. Okay, la 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 la, let's go. Now, they ruined Tom Maryland's character. He's just angry, bitter old man that lost. I believe it's his son in the show that he lost, not his nephew.
First mission. My first brush with death.
But he's...
The Reach folk had us on the run.
He's more deeply prejudiced than... Oh, he saw me.
Certain I died.
Come on. I'm getting some lag here. Hey, Tommy, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. I kind of want to get through this, but I've been chit-chatting too much and not paying attention to what's going on. So this should kind of, well, actually, I guess in the games he plays, this is more what it looks like. You're way zoomed out. I don't like being completely zoomed out. He plays that, what, Final Fantasy 16, I think? I just slit his buddy's throat right in front of him. He had to put his drink down to get out of his chair. That was great. Hey, buddy. Shoot him. There's a kind of a delay here with my buttons. Now we got some screen tearing. It's not great. I thought this problem was fixed last year. Apparently not.
We have an accord.
People in the chat saying hello to each other. Very nice. That rune break is brutal. Now this character, I don't play it as properly as I should because I'm not really doing higher level content yet with her. She's a Khajiit, a kitty cat. That's their race. Let's take a look at her. I do like the look of her. A kind of a lotus flower in the middle there on her belt. I basically put all this together myself with various different... you could see, whoever played Skyrim, She is an adventurer, and she did take an arrow to the knee. That did happen. Oh wait, let's see what my inventory looks like. 94. Okay, we have to talk to a bird real quick. Notifications, new daily reward, crown fortifying meals. Those are good. Go to collections. Oops, not Tales of Tribute. And allies, assistance, peddler prizes. I should have emptied my inventory, but I wanted to get going before 7:30. Sell all this stuff. We're going to hang on to the Nern root because I use that to make potions. We don't need any of the rest of this. We want the scraps, not the rawhide scraps. Ability cooldown? No. And we want those, and I don't need any of the rest of this. We got some nanners and some white meat. That's racist. It's February. It should be dark meat. Used to advance eponymous achievement. We're going to hang on to that. And we want that. All of this gear can go making some money. Alright, down to 47. Let's get my buddy back out. Azandar Sabades. Where you at, homie? They've already respawned. That quickly. They've already respawned. Alright. Abienda is best girl, yeah. Min is, by book 6, just a little too infatuated with Rand for my taste. She's just completely smitten, totally in love with him. She went through some extremely rough times with him. I haven't gotten to the part... I stopped at book 6. I started reading them, was it a year and a half ago? When they were starting, well, 2 years ago, I guess it is, when they started the series on TV, and I sped through book 1 and watched the show and went, this is not the Wheel of Time. I don't know what this is. Wow, that guy's strong. Here, let's get you a rune break and a trap. This should take a lot more damage now. There we go. Melt. Those are my dots. Increased damage. Well, part of that is because her visions. She knew her destiny was to be with Rand. Yeah, she didn't fight it.
Refreshing. Take it in. An opportunity for learning.
Yeah, oh, it was beyond cheese, man. It's just woke programming. 100%. Every single area in the show, it's like they have a quota for how many Asians, black people, Indians, definitely, and it's all going to be 50-50 women and men and everywhere, even in the bars and brothels, there's, 50-50 men and women. One of the most egregious things I saw in the show was, are we going to, focal point, find the soul, more finding soul fragments. There it is. They had, ooh, is that a bad guy? No.
Oh, I'm at the end, aren't
No, they had
Dragon Bridge.
thousands, like, I'm not even making this up, thousands of characters in the novels over the 13 books that are there. It's rich and diverse with that many characters. They're not all white, they're not all one color, they're not all uniform. They have different cultures, different beliefs, different skin colors, different kinds of dress, different philosophies, different architecture. They're all different. It's extremely diverse. But in the show, women seem to be very uniform. None of them can ever be shown to be like a damsel in distress kind of character. They all take care of everything themselves. They all seem to know everything at once. They all browbeat the men. It's extremely uniform. It is the opposite of diversity. And just to inject their politics, which we don't see in the books.
Nearer than I am now.
There are Aes Sedai that have more than one warder, especially the Green Aj, or Aja, however you say it. The main characters were all white, and that was a problem. Yeah. They had to make them all diverse. And Perrin ends up with a, she's well, she looks Armenian, is what someone said.
I feared I'd never live to meet him.
Yeah, she's got the, like,
Just glad
almond tilted eyes. Like, she kind of looks like
when I
Cher.
walked later, no one was there. When next I saw my wife,
Anyway, they spent, with all of these thousands of characters, the writers decided to create their own character.
where is he?
And this is so they can inject their own politics. And they spent, and I clocked it, because I was like, let's see how much time we actually spend on this story that has nothing to do with the plot, which has nothing to do with the books. All it has to do with is their feelings about what everyone should be seeing. Instead of entertaining, it's what needs to be shown. We need to see this. We need to watch this. Everyone needs to see. We have to see homosexuality and degeneracy. I don't remember the Aes Sedai's character's name because she's not in the books and she dies immediately. We're supposed to care about this character. They spend 45 minutes over 2 episodes to show us gay love is better than straight love, and women have power in the relationships, which is true of the Aes Sedai, but not. But it's like that with all women in the show. They have the power. The men are just there to obey. That's it. They don't have their own thoughts. They don't have their own feelings. They're all kind of greedy. They all just despise women. It's like I said. It's not diverse in the least. Oh, can I sneak up and kill these guys? I'm gonna stab your friend in the neck. There we. Oh, in the back. Ooh, roll dodge. You missed me. That was cool. I like that little fight there. Can I get through here? No. All right. Where'd you come from? Ow. So 45 minutes on this useless relationship that these 2 men have with this woman, and when the men are out in public, they're constantly holding hands, they're constantly kissing. It's PDA all over the place. Gay, gay, gay. We love gay. And they love each other so much more. And all of the boys treat women like trash. Perrin's married, so, you know, he's kind of already taken, kind of, even though he kills his wife, which seems to be on purpose to me. Matt is the landerer. He is, I think, in a relationship with someone in the town, but he's always going over and flirting with all these newcomers and all these diverse chicks. That's more important than, you know, any kind of character development. He's just and his father's a lecher and a drunk. That's more important. So we got to show that this homosexual relationship is far more loving and caring, and it's passionate, and they gush over each other, and they explain to the children really, because they never really do grow up, that's what it is all about. This is real love, and whatever they had with their girlfriends or their wives, it's not real love. It's not. It just isn't. And this 45 minutes on all of that. And the Aes Sedai dies. She perishes. And of all people to have a reaction, Lan, Alan Mandragoran, last son of Malkir, last of the Northern Kings, the last of his entire civilization, born in battle, watered to an Aes Sedai, wed to death, starts crying and screaming at the funeral. And it is pathetic. That's not Lan. That's not who he is. I don't know who this character is. I thought the casting was pretty spot on. You know, he's from the northern areas where they look a little more Oriental or Asian or whatever you want to call it. I hated that entire plot line that they just forced in there so tough. Like, oh, because he's gay too. They made Lan gay. I thought he was supposed to have a relationship with Nynaeve, but apparently not. He's gay too, and he's so into these 2 homosexuals. And when one of them does himself in Minecraft, it's, you know, that hurts more than his Aes Sedai getting wounded. like this guy that he doesn't have any interaction with. That's more
Alec had
important to
such
him
a
because
love of
gay.
history.
I
thought he'd relish
this
the
show's so
chance to
bad.
stand with the soldiers of Maine.
Malkier didn't have the
Willing to
look
fight
of
side
the
by
rest of
side
Shinar,
with my
Shinar,
son.
or Shinar, I guess.
That life so
If I recall,
better.
Jordan, Liam Neeson.
Ending
Yeah,
day is
he wanted
great,
Liam Neeson.
but
He wanted an Asian
you
Liam
run it
Neeson.
through
I
my
have
heart.
the encyclopedia, the Wheel of Time encyclopedia. When he described Lan to an artist, and he drew himself, he absolutely looks Asian. And he's gigantic. He's like 6'4" or 6'5", and Rand
I
is
told him he'd be a
slightly
failure,
higher, or slightly
that he'd
taller.
come
So
crawling
Lan
back.
is a massive dude. And
Love that
he's
father does that.
he is the same height as Moiraine
Possessed
in the
with
show.
such things.
Moiraine is supposed to be like 5'3". She's petite. And this contrasts her power, because she's got Sangirl in her hair, and, you know, she's got the little blue diamond. Return, yeah, okay. One more of these guys.
Only one remaining, not all sealed.
It's...
Talia, a portal to Blight
They
Lord's
contrast that, and I think when they escape from... It might be... Is it Whitebridge? No, it's Barillon. Where she does a glamour, basically, and grows gigantic and scares off the guys that are trying to kill them all. I think they're White Cloaks. It's been a long time. I think... well, no, I just read... Yeah, I think it's White Cloaks. Anyway, that part of the book is, I think, brilliant. Again, it contrasts that she's petite, she's not physically strong. She is commanding, and she is intelligent, and she wields her power a certain way. Not in the books. In the books, she's just best, and she's as tall as the last son of Malkier. It's just so fucking stupid. Again, girl power. Venturing into the shallows proves worth the risk. The other tribes are plentiful breeders, though the Deadwater squander, I guess that's a tribe. The Deadwater squander their future for foolish trials. We will gladly have their failed warriors, should the opportunity arise, to gather them. Most of the tribes appear ill-prepared for egg snatching, except for Black Tongues and the Bright Throats. These are all Argonians. Fucking lizard people. I don't care. Alright, everybody dies. Someone's been here. What is this? I can't take that. Ugh. Oh, these are Argonian eggs. These are, like, people. Someone is eating people. Babies, actually. These eggs hatch into full-grown, like, humanoids. Like, this is what they grow up to look like. They're humanoids. So someone is eating babies in here. That's kind of gross. Yeah, it's a 5'2", something like that. 5'2", 5'3". She's petite. All the Karens are petite. They put... Oh, no. Yeah. And now that we found out they're eating babies, I think everyone's gonna get the stabby stab. Oh, that animation didn't work. We're going to slit as many throats as we can. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. People probably get pissed. There's bugs eating another one. There we go. Get some ramped up damage. Hello. Sorry, I've never played the online game, but I had endless hours of Skyrim. Yeah, Skyrim, despite quite a lot of flaws, is very enjoyable.
Onward and upward.
Here, have this. I probably should have saved that, but... Oh, I forgot to change it. Well, I'm talking about, you know, ending the existence of pixels, but some people get very offended by that and will attack. I did start getting into the economy and politics and mentioned Orange Man in one of the streams. I think it was part 2, and I almost immediately lost my internet connection. I was talking about the economy. If you look at Wheel of Time fandom, the artwork there, what characters are supposed to look like, I think they got Elaine pretty close. She, you know, she's a deer-eyed, kind of very, very pretty redhead. They really didn't get Avienda at all. Good morning, Island. How are you doing? Yeah, Avienda is supposed to be a complete smoke show. And they're supposed to be naive in the first few books. They really don't start to be okay with some of the other cultures until, you know, Dragon Reborn. And then they go to Ruedian in the 4th book, and I think the 5th is when they leave. And 6 ends with Dumai's Wells, which is pretty crazy. Yola Smart is not Avienda. No. No. Oh, hello. Oh, we need to pop some dots. Ow. Fate Carver. There we go. Ow. I'm not really in any danger here. This is just a regular quest. It's not high-level content. But I still don't like getting hit. It's good practice for when I will be in high-level content, not to get hit.
Adventure is a man of the sword. I resigned my station and took.
Yeah, he was poor. They had a 1-bedroom cottage out in the wilderness and like a dozen sheep. They had a horse.
Injured. I fell and my torch went out.
He was a shepherd.
I was alone. So alone.
Right, he's extremely naive. And they see... oh, what's going on with the audio? Can you hear me? I just heard a bunch of clicking stuff.
I saw a shape in the darkness, looming like a storm cloud. Tendrils.
Can you hear me?
Swaddled me like a baby.
Okay, all right.
I did not.
They go to Shinar, and
on my feet.
They're taking a bath. Like, the boys are fine. Like, they each have their own tub when they're taking a bath. And then women come in, and they're, like, you know, all shy and blushing. And this one part, Rand, like, covers himself up as best he can and runs out of the room. And it's very comical. It kind of reminds me of, you know, some of the younger geared anime where, you know, a girl walks in, she's like, oh, hello, and you know, they're giving a bloody nose and that bubble throbbing on top of their head. That's kind of what that scene looks like. So they're very naive, they're very shy, and they're not like that at all. Right off the bat, they're not shy. It's, again, just another complete divergent from the characters. Yeah. Well, Edgewin's Loss of Innocence is, I think, probably the worst. What the Shanshan do to her. Like, that's akin to the R word and absolutely slavery. And then she meets a couple of the other Damani, or Damane, or whatever, however you say it. Like, if they talk back too much, they get their tongues cut out. If they strike one of their soul damned, they get their hands cut off. Like, just, they're not people to the Shanshan. And then we find out later on what's really going on, and it kind of breaks their entire society, which, again, that's phenomenal writing. The treatment of Damai is brutal. Yeah, what they did to her was just insane. I almost feel bad for Mogedion, but she is one of the Forsaken, so I kind of don't feel bad at all what happened to her. And like she's like demure and quiet, and you know she seems like she's kind of going along with this whole being being subjected to this. Like, you're not the most powerful. Nynaeve can actually beat you one-on-one. The only reason you could outmatch Nynaeve is because she knows a bit more about the One Power. That's it. Nynaeve could smoke Mogedion, which is, I think that's awesome. That's character development because of how angry and frustrated and just pompous Nynaeve is. She has that block to the One Power. Did we go in the door? Yeah, we go in the door. Exactly, zero sympathy for the Forsaken. When you start reading some of their backstory, when we find out more about these characters, she did horrible things, and to children. Like, I'm okay with what happened, but anyway, when they put the bracelet on, and they have the what's her name? Elaine figures out how to separate the leash, so it's just a bracelet and the collar. There's no chain linking it.
What a marvelous game we
That is my alarm for my pills. I will be right back.
found my life.
Hey, Bly, welcome.
Mindless tendrils. Even I must admit, I could not have done it better.
And we're back. Amazon's bastardization of Robert Jordan's epic. Yeah, that's...
What a delicious trick.
It's terrible.
Returning his
I-
father just in time. Grief is
How do you screw up
not good for flow.
every single aspect
That's
of the
even
source
worse.
material?
Elegant
It is so far removed from the Wheel of
all
Time.
that weight.
If you
Now,
change the
they're both
characters'
just a
names,
little lighter.
you would never know that this show was in any way connected to the Wheel of Time. It's that far removed.
Now
I can let that go. I never played the Fallout games. I did enjoy the TV show, or the Amazon show. It was a little campy at times. I didn't like a couple of characters. I can let that slide. I never played the games. I don't know much about the lore, but I did enjoy the show. There's another couple of shows I enjoyed that diverge. The Witcher Season 1. It diverges from the novels or the games quite a bit in some areas, but I enjoyed the show. If you ignore the novels completely
Absolutely.
with the Wheel of Time,
My trial passed,
it's still a bad show.
and you can take it
That's a
back to
big
the
problem.
altar. It is time for you to scribe
Yeah, more
out
force,
your
diversity, and
own
destruction
praise.
characters. Ugh.
Just remember to stay
I played a lot of Fall
stay
Put, I assume that's Fallout, and like the show too. Yeah, there's some people that are purists. They're like, oh, this isn't like this in the book. Again, I'm okay with that. You take a little leeway. You can.
Use it to amplify
Oh
the
yeah, there's
altar.
Sigil of the Niche. Thankfully, that was the last part of this leg of the main quest line.
Think not,
So this will open the last altar.
stranger.
Hopefully, I can start scribing stuff. I don't know.
Wandering the Scholarium again.
Triss is a fiery, exuberant redhead, yes. Oh, that pissed a lot of people off. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. She wasn't even a noticeable character in the show, and I didn't know much about her. I thought Yennefer was smoking hot. Some people had a problem because she wasn't the right skin color. I don't care. She was freaking rocking body. And scene that they had where they do the well, I'm doing a scribing mission, so I really don't know what else to call it, where they scribe on her body and fix the... she's got, like, scoliosis and a hunchback and a broken jaw. And the guy scribes all over her. I thought that was a really powerful scene. that when she walks into the ballroom with her new body and she's got like purple eyes, and you know, some people just ignore her and some people are like, oh shit, that's her. That reaction I thought was great. And then she tilts her head, like very, very subtle movements. Like, I love subtle things in shows and movies, TV shows and movies, that really help build you or bring you into the world. There's a little more immersiveness to those kinds of things, where some people look at her and ignore her. Like, there are kings there are powerful mages who look at her and they're like, oh, just another hottie. They're used to it, they don't care. But there are others there that recognize that that's Yennefer. And they're like, oh, snap. And her reaction to their realization is she kind of tilts her head up just a little bit. And like a very slight smile on her face. And I love that kind of shit. That's great. I think that's good acting. It's very, very subtle. For comparison, just to get the feel of how terrified Ripley is of the facehuggers, and she's going through PTSD. There's a scene in Aliens where they're going through the Hadley's Hope, and they're walking into the medical area, med bay, and they have the facehuggers in the tanks. She is at the door, and she's walking towards it. She's stunned. Like, she doesn't realize she's walking towards it. The look on her face is just complete shock, and she just keeps walking forward. She doesn't know what she's doing. Hicks comes over and touches her shoulder, and she does this hop. She just does like this little hop. She's like, oh my God, and she snaps out of it. That shit right there just adds so much to a scene. And Wheel of Time had none of that. I'm sorry, not paying attention to you, Nalia. You're still cute, though. Look at your pretty little smile. You're so happy. You're just a stupid little wood elf.
The Netch acted like it was another trick, but
Ripley goes through loss a lot. She is decisive when she needs to be. She does not browbeat other characters just to browbeat them. She wields authority when she has to, because that's her role. That's her job. They really don't know what a girl boss is then. Some vigor, soothing blue. Sigil of the Luminary Netch and Luminous Ink.
At last, we come to the final wing.
Who's talking? Was that the bird? Oops. Come on, I want to jump. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there's the final wing. I bet it's the crow. There we go. Languid eye. Oh, first things first. Let's read this book. What is it? Tholleg's? What is this? Tholleg's March. That's probably some orc. Yep, it's an orc. Where's the orc? Did he leave? I think he left. So he's not going to like this story anyway, because I'm going to shit all over the orcs because they're stupid. We're not going to read that. I'm just kidding. We need to go here. Outside. Oh God, look at that loyal. They, again, every single aspect was changed. Hey, Zach Wagon. I don't die with this character in this quest line. I was going to use my tank to explore, my Templar tank, to explore the new zone, which is, where is it? There, the West Weald. I was going to explore around here with my tank and take on some world bosses and do some content, some missions. And I asked the chat in Ozzy's channel. Oh, I meant in real life. Oh, no, I'm alright. I'm just frustrated is all. We need to change a skill. Was it 1,000? 1,250, that's not bad. We need to change a skill from the Languid Eye to automatically follows the initial target, yes. The Tide King's Gaze. This is increased chance critical chance for each active crux. That does more damage. Does it just apply weapon spell damage for each active crux? No, that's what we're doing. So if we have 3 active crux, we're gonna get increased damage. Yeah, so we'll get 9% increased weapon and spell damage for our next attack, which is going to be Pragmatic Fate Carver. Heart of pure knowledge is a beam of energy that scars the world in front of you. This is Balefire. Well, you get a damage shield, 8,883 damage. Grants you interrupt immunity. Cannot be interrupted. We're using that. So we should be set. So for 1,250 gold, we changed 1 skill. That's kind of expensive. Oh, I didn't cancel my Prime membership. I'm grandfathered in under my father. It's just too useful. One of the things I just did recently with this whole bout of medical issues I have is I've been dealing with insurance and with medical supply companies. It's not easy, and it's extremely annoying. So one of the medical supply companies are called maybe I shouldn't say that online. Called Hollister. That's their name. I have to get an account with them. Great. I've got to give them my personal information. Ugh. I have to give them my email. I've got to give them my cell phone number. I've got to give them my address. They wanted my social, and I talked them down on that. I said, you don't need my social. They needed access through HIPAA for my medical information, which I'm also not great with. And they needed the names of my hospital and my surgeon and my primary. I didn't give them my primary. I said, you could talk to this doctor if you want to. I don't care if you call the hospital. This is it. Do you have a phone number for the hospital? You can find the phone number for the hospital on your own. I'm not looking it up right now. We're getting through this. And we got through all of that, which was annoying enough. And I said, how long is it going to take to get these products that I need? I need them. I cannot live my life without these two, specifically these 2 different products, these medical products, medical equipment. 9 days. It's going to take at least 4 days for processing. That's a long time. You have to process my payment. 9 days. All right. Oops. Oh, yeah, we got to go back this way. We haven't talked to the other person yet. Yeah, it's 4 days for processing, 2 days to certify, and then 2 days shipping. They don't work on the weekend, right? So that's at least 9 days. That's absurd. Even with the hospital, I spoke directly to a case manager, and with they talked to my insurance, and I spoke directly with the medical supply people who work at the hospital. They are registered nurses. They are also salesmen. So they don't give a shit about what the patient needs because their sales benefit is above the patient needs. Again, they're registered nurses. They take an oath. It's not the Hippocratic Oath, but it's kind of like that. And it's not the do no harm, which is not actually part of the Hippocratic Oath. Everyone just says it is. They should not be doing that. They should be saying, since they're nurses and they take an oath, they should be saying things like, you can get this equipment from Amazon in 8 hours, delivered directly to your front door for $20 less than going through this medical supply company. They should be telling people that, but they don't. I gotta be honest, when you decide that your first obligation is to your shareholders of a company, you no longer are under your oath as a nurse. Your oath is to them. Your oath is to money. You're supposed to be caring for your patient. I'm sorry for that little rant. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I didn't cancel Amazon, because I can go on there and within 8 hours, it was 8 hours for the first one, it was 12 hours for the second one, and then I got a third one, which is these little barrier rings that help keep the area clean around the ostomy. That was another 8 hours. Because there's a medical supply company right down there. All they need to do is send a driver. There's drivers all over here. I'm in the 4th largest city in the nation. Amazon is about.
Congratulations. You've accomplished.
Yeah, Clifton, it's really annoying. I can understand that. For me, the insult to my favorite book series was too much. Yeah, that's why I consider the Wheel of Time Amazon show to be the most disgusting. I think it's the worst show ever made. The Rings of Power does have a little bit of connection to the Silmarillion. They don't have the characters right at all, in my opinion. I never read the Silmarillion, but I know who these characters are from reading The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's very, very far removed, but it's not as much as a egregious attack on the novels as the Wheel of Time, in my opinion. It's bad. It's very, very bad, but
Did I hear the crow say
I don't think it's as bad.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's another thing. They didn't have the rights to all this stuff from
Hold on, congratulations!
Tolkien.
You're heading into your final trial.
Amazon had the rights to all of Robert Jordan's stuff. That's even more of an embarrassment. Oofsild said I could gather any allies I want for this trial. Do you want to join me?
Yes, that makes sense. Since the portal to get here was
Yeah, come with me.
And after all, it's my duty.
You don't
as a
really
knight of
need
the
all
Lamp
of that
to follow
armor.
you
I'll
into the
protect you.
unknown, to protect you from the dangers therein.
Oh, you're going to protect me. Okay.
You're damned right I'll see this through to the end with you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right, let's go. She's adorable. She's gonna die, isn't she? Oh, no. I don't know if they do that, because this game doesn't do things like that much anymore. Because I've had companions like her, and they're hopeful, and they're caring, and they want to do what's right, and then at the end of the quest line, they're dead. I hope they don't kill her. She's naive, but she means well. Yeah, they invented everything in Rings of Power. I was watching the second episode, I think, where they're going into Numenor, and I was looking at the architecture. I'm like, okay, that looks all right. It's a little out of focus, but I did like the design element they were going for. And then, like, my brain was telling me something's off, like Uncanny Valley kind of stuff. I'm looking at this, I'm like, something's weird, and I can't put my finger on it. A little bit of coffee. I didn't know what was wrong, but something was off. And a few months ago, there was Little Platoon did a review. He released his review, a long review, of the Rings of Power, and he says the boat is not rocking. And I went, that's what it is. It is just flatly sitting there. Nothing's moving. There's no wind. There's no tide. There's no waves. The boat is just sitting flat and stationary with the characters standing completely still. And the background is moving behind it. And it just looks weird to me. Because I'm a scuba diver. I haven't been in over a decade. But I've been on lots of boats. I've been fishing on boats. I've been scuba diving. I've been snorkeling. I've been to the Cayman Islands when I was young, and Cozumel when I was a little bit older, with family, and then with friends. That's what was bothering me. I'm like, something is off about this entire scene, and it was because it's not acting in our world of physics. It's completely screwed up. I don't want to mess with Uncle Shay. Uncle Shay is too weird for me. I should not have activated both of them at the same time. Now they're both talking at the same time.
Will anyone follow in my footsteps? I refuse to believe all this work was for nothing.
No, it's not for nothing. We're gonna get this figured out.
Echoes must be from Ulfsild's final days here. They're so personal.
Yeah, they're personal.
And unfortunately, none are quite as instructive as the ones.
Oh,
she left
the
in Scotland.
costumes. I have the extended Lord of the Rings editions. They have the behind-the-scenes stuff. They show like 6 or 7 people. It's like half a dozen people sitting there crafting the chainmail. Now, it takes a while, but there's a bunch of them, and they're good at it. And they're actually making chainmail. Is it functional for a medieval war? No. Does it look real? Yes. The stuff in Rings of Power doesn't look real. Like, that's supposed to be, like, scaled armor with steel plates overlapping. That's a t-shirt. She described as a piece of herself. Oh, the elven armor. One of them takes his helmet off, and the metal bends like plastic. It looked like a spatula pushing on a skillet. It was great.
What are they pointing at?
What are they pointing at? I don't know. Something over here? Oh, there's a book. Fable of the Crow. The crow was fond of talking and traveling and shiny things. Only one of the woods answered her call and matched her wits. He was the raven, handsome and solitary and wise from his many years. Before too long, they were birds of a feather, building a grand nest together. All the magic of the forest was theirs. This is going to be a metaphor, isn't it? The crow collected shinies, gifts from her friends in the woods. At first, the raven had many questions. "Why the fuck are you bringing all of this garbage into my nest?" he said. "I can see the worth in these gifts of power, but what of these gifts of mystery?" "They reward my curiosity," answered the crow. "And these gifts of loyalty? They were given to protect me. They strengthen our friendship," Crow explained. "Oh, I thought they were an item, but they're just friends." She friend-zoned him immediately. He's like, "Why are you bringing me this stuff?" And she's like, "Friend zone." It is an awful lot of unexpected charity, the raven observed. "My friends are compassionate. It is good to share things. Like our nest. There is plenty of room for us and more." Oh, she wants to have kids. And he's going to leave to go get cigarettes. Though the raven quickly lost interest in these curios, he saw they made the crow happy, and made no complaint when she stashed she gifts beneath the grand nest. This is like, oh, okay, honey, yes. We can buy a new refrigerator. God. One day the raven told the crow he was thinking of bartering their nest. The crow was distraught. What could her raven have possibly considered trading their nest for? And whom? He told her a stranger offered to trade it to him for a star. Like Beyonce or Taylor Swift? His eyes glittered with longing she had never seen before. The raven spoke of what wondrous things he could do with such a shiny gift. Had something changed in him, or had he always been this way? The crow couldn't say, nor could she stop him. Once the raven's bargaining was in motion, there was no going back. The raven knew he had done wrong. He offered to help the crow move. I don't want to. This is so much. How many more pages? Okay, just one more page. So the crow chose to leave her treasures hidden under secret guard. She plucked her own feathers, practically enough to make another crow. And without fully realizing how she'd done it, Feather Crow was born in her image, and being not unlike her friends in the forest. Crow told the Feather Crow to hide herself among the dark leaves and guard her gifts. Crow could not promise her return. She would leave this place. Her feathers would grow back. She would build a new nest. She don't need no man. From the nest would come fledglings, fed on the tails of Crow's grand treasure, the gifts given by her friends of the forest. Where others saw dark leaves, the fledglings would recognize their mother's feathers. But Feather Crow came from Crow. For all their talk of adding others to the nest, Feather Crow knew it remained barren. Then the fledglings come from Then let the fledglings come from anywhere, the crow decreed. So long as, like Maui, when the fires happen, so long as they have the strength to make a vow to embody the virtues of my friends in the forest, their gifts of magic will be shared with them in return. The new Dune movies are not Dune.
See if they have anything more to say.
Relationships
I think they're visually stunning. I thought the first one was a lot of fun. It's not Dune. Speak your vow of loyalty. Protection.
Your vow has
So, Echo of Loyalty is protection. Write that down, chat. Echo of Loyalty is protection.
what lies always ahead of you, so you will never see it.
Echo of Mystery is curious about what lies ahead. This is all from memory, and I have not played this this particular part in
Kindness is like the first
5, 6 days.
Get enough of it all at once, and soon
Kindness.
speak your vow of
I will be
charity.
compassionate to others until the
Your
end of my
vow,
days.
husband, you understand, and you are ready to take the next step.
Yeah, that's one of the things I can do with Denny's Villanuevo is remove the elements from the book that he changed. I am pissed about what he did to the Mentats and the Guild Navigators, not the Guild Navigators, the Spacing Guild. That's one of the key elements to the whole storyline, is the Guild needs to remove Randolph Thor. Paul Atreides. They need to get rid of him. Come on, view the focal point.
Our way forward. Now the real work begins.
The door to the crow. Usil's Echo of Charity. Oh, that's behind. That's not the... This is a labyrinth. Okay, great. Yeah, Mentats are extremely important. It's ridiculous.
Welcome to the Labyrinthian, or at least my version of this ancient maze.
It's not a maze. Animated chill render, so he's going to be ice, and there's a flame atronach, which is going to be fire. I see what's happening here, and there's a lightning atronach down there, storm atronach.
Speak. I'm listening.
Yeah, he almost completely removed the Mentats. Oh no, I didn't want to talk to you. Talk to the crow.
Welcome to my roost, to the wing of the crow. I am a luminary, just like
The Spacing
others,
Guild's
though I'm the youngest
control
member
of
by
travel
far.
throughout the universe
Right now, my
or the
fate
galaxy
lies at the fitting end.
is
I
what
hope
drives
you
the
acknowledge
plot
I
of the
changed
first book. Paul threatens their monopoly. It's all about Chom, what is it? Combine, Honet, Overarcher Mercantiles. He threatens their monopoly, and the Landsrad control and profit from that. So they plan to have him killed and his entire house destroyed.
When we
That's
first
gone
met, I didn't
in the
know
movie.
your quality.
Again, I liked the
spent many
movie,
years in
the first movie,
solitude,
enough
guarding and
that I could
hoping to guide.
let a lot of it go,
Here we are.
except
You,
that.
a worthy inheritor
The
to
removal of the
Leslie's
Spacing
legacy.
Guild
Me,
and
the
their
product of your
machinations
time.
for control
Are you ready to begin?
is a bit too egregious for me. It's just,
I
it's
shaped my
stupid.
domain to be the
It's really
perfect
stupid for them to
trial
do that.
space, based
The
on
second movie,
Salvador's Labyrinthian. It will
fuck
finally
Zendaya.
prove you are the one who have awaited. Showcase what you have learned in your journey to master scribing.
I don't think they
We start
got
here, in the luminary
Fade
antechamber.
Routha's look correct. I did like his characterization of brutality. He's like a more grown-up version of what they did with Joffrey in Game of Thrones. I thought they did well with his character. I didn't really like the look that much, but that's all right.
Luminaries. Magical
Is he supposed to be
guides in the
just
darkness.
ridiculously handsome, and he's supposed to be charismatic, just like the Baron was when the Baron was younger.
Just think back
Before
to your time with the dragon.
he had his
Know
accident,
everything
let's
you need
say.
to complete this puzzle. Good luck.
Yeah, he's what? Count Hasimer Fenrig was the first failed Kwisatz Haderach, and Fade Routha was supposed to be another one, but that's not what happened because someone likes to have rough relationships.
This is amazing. The Labyrinthium, the real one anyway, was built by Shalador to test potential
Yes, I
alchemists.
know.
And now here
That's
we
from
are.
Skyrim. Oh, Gracie, need something? She's throwing a fit. What's up, baby? What's up? Hey. Okay, I gotta take the dog out. I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
And she mentioned
I don't think I'm gonna die.
shooting is another riddle. Magnus,
I'll
I
take
hope
the
so.
phone with me so we can chit-chat while I'm out. I'm just gonna be about 5
Opportunity
minutes.
to use Ulfsild's lens to get things started.
Okay. Okay. We are back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know you said don't apologize, but I wanted to stream, and I had to go take care of something. I'll look around. Don't even know what I'm
here to
looking
help,
for.
my friend.
I do appreciate that the
Just
bad
talk to me
guys
and
let
we'll
me
find a
go
way to put
take
out the
care of
flames and
the
start
puppy
again.
issue.
I've got a spell for that.
That was polite.
Here we go.
Alright, let's get into it. Again, I don't think the Denis Villeneuve Dune was anywhere near as egregious as some of those TV shows like Velma, She-Hulk. Is that a bad guy? Can I stab you? Nope. Alright, I got my ultimate. These guys don't seem to be doing anything. Oh, you're just frozen. Alright.
Use your power responsibly.
No. Oh, you missed. Oh, I didn't like that other one. I swear to God, I lit that one in the middle already.
Mine.
I can agree with the first movie. The second was pretty egregious. Yeah. My favorite part is when he's in the middle of all the Fremen and he basically accepts who he is and takes control and realizes there really is no fighting it. Oh, kill him. Kill him. Excellent.
Hostilities ending.
That's supposed to be 4 seconds, but I do have that upgrade. What is that? I've never seen that before. Yeah, when he takes control and starts speaking Fremen, and he's got the memories of the Fremen inside of him now. And he lifts up the knife in triumph, and let's go get him. I thought that scene was epic. And then it is completely undermined because we've got to focus on Zendaya's, little snit that she has because he's not doing what she told him. She's a fucking side character. I know she's not, really a side character, but she's not the main character, and we should not be focusing on her during his moment, like you were saying with Jessica, but she doesn't completely take over the scene when Paul is with Mother Helen Gaius Mohiam. You know what? Let's see what's over here first. Oh, where we're supposed to be going. Navigate the labyrinthian. Yes, and she does not support him at all in the second movie. She actually gets pissed at him when he accepts his destiny.
Quick trip down.
Hello, friends. You're not meant to go straight down.
Oh, the fox.
I'm here.
Oh, well, I think I can hit him from here. Yeah. Yeah, you can't hit me, buddy. They screwed up there, didn't they? Leaving that big gap. I don't know, that's cool. I thought I could kill him with a stabby stab, but they reanimated something or other. Oh, look, they're fighting each other. Settle down.
Twitching tentacles.
Now let's go kill this thing before I deal with the fox.
How invigorating.
Yeah, this character is basically easy mode. I have other characters where you've got to do quite a bit more to actually get damage done. Chani killed people that wanted to challenge Paul in order to send a message. If you can't beat me, you have no chance against him. Yeah, that was his concubine, or whatever they wanted to call her in the books. Usil told you to help me.
See? Just like your knight said, we're pretty high up in the air. The way forward is on the far side of this maze chasm thing. There are a couple of wards. I can sniff out the path as you break the wards.
Oh, look at that. Now, a labyrinth is different than a maze in that a labyrinth has one path. And it just winds and winds and winds. Hey, Philip Morgan, how's it going? A maze has dead ends and floating islands and can trap you. And we'll see exactly how they work labyrinthian. Chani and Paul were a team, but she was not the main focus, and they seem to make... There's another one over there. Oh. I need to be careful here. Yeah, I should probably be moving a bit quicker. Or a bit more quickly, rather. Oh, there it is.
Nice! We should be able to make it to the next platform.
I am doing well. I don't do good. Superman does good.
Thank Magnus, solid ground. Are we done?
We're done with the first half. Yep. Get ready for part 2.
I am a scholar, damn it!
Let's just get rid of these guys so I don't have to deal with them. Those are weak air Atronachs. They're usually a lot more difficult than that. Ah, right there. Completely missed it.
Up we go. Keep up and eyes out for those wards.
There's one on the right and the left. All right.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
There's the other 3. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch of them. I don't see any over there. This is nerve-wracking.
Sorry, friends, we're almost there.
I'll read that in a minute. I've got to pay attention to where I'm walking here. Alright. Come on. Oh, whew.
Oh, we made it! We were so high up. That was so much fun. You did great. This is where I leave you. I know you can do it.
So he's going to run off. So this build is basically this first skill I'm using that throws the little... It looks like I'm throwing Gambit playing cards. That's to ramp up damage on my next skill. That skill right there is purely to give me... I forget. Major Savagery and Prophecy, which increases my spell critical. The trap, the bear trap, immobilizes targets and does damage over time and increases my damage done to them. And the rune break does another damage over time. On the other bar I've got buffs. So this is the second bar I've got. This gives me weapon damage. This does a stun after a while, and this does, I think, protection. Let's throw down my dots. Room break. See, it just melts a lot faster than if I didn't ramp it up. I tried using a bow. There are some really good skills, but they cost too much stamina. And I like a mix of stamina and magic. Like, my room break is magic. My food wore off. Let's get some more food. Alright, now we're in the labyrinth. I think that used to be Hoggle. I'm glad he's dead. I revisited Labyrinth. I saw it years ago in the 80s and had a crush on Jennifer Connelly. It doesn't hold up that well. David Bowie does great, or Bowie, however you want to say his name. But Jennifer Connelly is not acting very well in that movie. Still have a huge crush on her, but... Oh, he had a bad day. Can I zoom out anymore? No, but this is kind of cheaty where I can see the path above. This is what a labyrinth is supposed to look like. First person, you can't see the walls around you. Or you can only see the walls around you. You can't see the walls next to you. Peak Jennifer Connelly is a Rocketeer. She's so hot in that white dress. Yeah, I always thought she was gorgeous. She's in the Hot Zone. First movie I saw where she had her tatas out. See, this is not like a labyrinth where there's dead ends. Although they're not very long dead ends, so you don't have to backtrack that much. But still, it's...
Some of those unstable orbs again, blocking our path.
There
must be a way to...
The maze has blue balls.
Try looking around for... Is that ward sustaining the orbs?
Yes. I've already been dispelling wards, so let's go.
That did it. Keep an eye out. Could be anything in here.
Yep. Then she became like a vegan and turned into a walking skeleton. I did not know that. Haha! A map! That kind of doesn't help because I'm blocking the path forward. I'm out anyway. I'm dumb. Yeah. Having a map in a labyrinth or a maze like this, where you're supposed to be walking around in it, it's kind of a cheat, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, there's the crow. Hello, crow.
Adventurer.
So do you think this is the real crow from the story, or is this the feather crow that was created?
And you stand poised to fulfill the legacy left behind by Ulfsild all those years ago. You are the inheritor of the Scalarium.
I'm going to rename it the Sanctum Sanctorum, and I'm going to get a red cape, and I'm going to break my hands just to be a little more comic
You've
accurate.
collected grimoires, scoured the world for scripts, and scribed powerful spells and skills. You have power, inheritor, and I want to see you demonstrate it.
How's that
No
does
matter
that?
how clever or compassionate we are, we must fight for what we believe in. Gather your feathers, use what you've learned on your journey, and defeat the beast of the maze. Good luck.
You want to bet it's a Minotaur?
Rise, Area.
Oh my god, it's a Chimera.
A fight, is it? This.
Yeah, we're going
This
to need to...
I can do.
Prove yourself, inheritor.
Oh, watch out!
it's immoral.
Quick, Chimera's gone. Can you get to a focal point? The orbs have to be haunted from the wall.
It's attacking me. There we go. kind of hard to look at the focal points and dispel stuff when I'm being hit with fireballs from the sky. There, have that real quick. Yeah, there it is. Kind of hard to see with all that fire on the ground. Alright, so one on the left and then one on the right. I bet the next one's going to be right in the middle. Ah, you froze me in place, huh? Yep. Easy peasy. This thing looks cool. That's a new bad guy I've never seen before. Aria, Inheritor's Bane.
Arcanist could meet no more fitting end. Inheritor, you've come all this way on the wings of fables. Let me tell you one final story. In the last days of the Scalarium...
In the last episode I did last night, I came across this six-eyed dog kind of thing. It kind of reminded me of the weird color-changing dog lizard beast in the second Riddick movie, where he's in the prison and he sees that dog, and apparently he's got the same kind of eyes as the dog. It looked kind of like that thing, but way more metal. Anyway, it was with some painter, a very pompous orc, which is weird because they're not supposed to be pompous. It's like he was educated at Oxford and just kept that, you know, accent they have where they don't say words properly, but they talk like that to make themselves sound more intelligent. Anyway, I killed him and thought maybe the dog would come with me. It didn't work.
A wellspring of magic, the heart of the Scalarium, was expended through the scribing altar, and I was born.
Ulfsild created you?
The scribing rite flashed the Archmage's mind upon the gathered power, and so I am her.
I need to go have a talk with Shalador. I guarantee he has no idea what this crow is talking about. He's a couple thousand years old. That's incredible.
I am the crow, a piece of Ulfsild left behind to see scribing past to you, to the world.
That's great and all.
The luminaries. Look.
I don't care.
She wisely used her power to ensure her legacy.
Ulfsild's keen mind ensured you could follow in her footsteps.
Where's the dragon? Oh, hello.
She was a fierce protector, defiant for what she cared about most.
Her compassion lifted everyone around her, just as a...
You guys are interrupting my trumpet solo. Mom and Dad said they'd be here.
A being born in sorrow, but
all right, enough of that.
Hope. I have soared on the winds of magic for centuries to be here with you today, Inheritor. I was Ulfsild, it's true.
Hi, bird.
I much prefer my feathers. Only two things remain. Who will tend to the Scalarium, and the location of the final sigil?
I'd rather be a human, or a high elf, whatever Ulfsild. Well, Ulfsild looks like a Nord name, so I'm going to assume that she's a Nord. Not really big on magic, but I guess, you know, whatever. It's Elder Scrolls. What do you mean by tend to the Scalarium? I've set y'all up. I got your books back. I got you money coming in. I set up the wards around the outside to protect it. I've got popping in real quick. Oh, good news on your dog, I hope. You told me the blood work came back and the doctor, or the vet, said that things were looking good. It's up to the dog to get healthy now.
And the burdens of both should not be
I hope things go
alone.
well.
You are a master of
I know what you're
striving,
going through.
but
I've
I can
had
already
pets
sense
before.
other adventures await you.
Well, I got one now, but you know she's still a whippersnapper. What is it? I can already sense other adventures awaiting. Yeah, I like to kill people. That's my kind of adventure.
Indeed. Nalia, Knight of the Lamp. Do not shirk from my gaze. You have proven yourself side by side through challenges of the mind and heart.
Yeah, they broke magic in Skyrim. It is almost completely useless, and it does not scale up. They don't have the passive abilities to scale it up. So if you're getting around level 25, it doesn't even tickle champions. She ain't eating, and she's laying down and not doing anything. She's telling us she's... I'm sorry to hear that.
Excellent. Then that just leaves my sigil.
That's what my cat was like
sigil.
Towards the end there.
After she completed the rite and left me to safeguard the Scalarium, she took that symbol with her. I sense its final rest.
Like you can't even hand feed her wet food or anything like that. Dogs love wet food. Understood. Nalia and I will seek it out. So we're not quite done. We got to go to the water's edge in the hold of East March. The entire northern part is the water's edge, but it'll give us a waypoint.
Me? Tend to the Scalarium? What will I tell the Rotary Commander?
You tell a Rotary Commander that you're the boss now.
You'll do just fine.
Like, I'm your boss, motherfucker.
You back at the altar.
I'll see you back at the altar. East March. Yeah, it sucks having a pet get sick, man. Oh, I know where I am. Oh, I've never been here with this character, but yeah, this is one of the cottages that you'd run by, and this door had a big chain on it and a big lock in the middle. First thing we're going to do is go grab that way shrine to the south. Look at the water. I think that's pretty. It's a little simple, but I do like the way the waves aren't, what do you call it, repetitive. It adds a little more to the game, a little more immersive. The grass isn't great, but I do like the water. I like the trees. You can actually see the leaves on the trees. They blow in the wind. See them moving.
Why do you hate us, Maud?
People popping up in the middle of the road. The damn oil protesters. So that's, we just wanted to get that. Is that a guild trader? Yep. The Dragonfire Emperors.
This is ridiculous.
That's a stupid name.
Such a long way.
Not quite. What the hell is that? Darkwater rabbit. Should I follow this rabbit or just kill it? It's like a... See, there's a regular bunny.
Did that creature offend you somehow?
Oh, he's giving me shit for killing the rabbit. I can't kill this. Where are you going, God Rabbit? I'm kind of curious. I've never seen this before. This might just be a glitch, like someone ran by and hit it with a spell of some kind and broke it. There's a sky shard over there. Is it taking me to the sky shard? Dark water rabbit. There's another one of your buddies over there. Oh, it ran! Yeah, I think it's taking me to the sky shard, so I'm just going to run over there and grab it. It's an interesting little thing. Yeah, here it comes. It's... Oh no, it changed direction. I think it's just glitched out. Anyway, that's kind of neat. Oh, this is what the dog thing I was talking about looked like, except for it was red, it had more spines. It was pretty rad looking. I call this my horse. That's his name, his horse. It's not what he is, it's his name, you know, it's like a title. Or it's a name, not a title. Yeah, there you go.
I don't see a sigil, but she did leave us an echo.
The giant purple booger floating in the air. Thank you, Oofsild.
Oofsild? But she looks older. Happier.
It's been years since
I don't think it's okay to tell women they look older. In my experience. Maybe in this world, it's okay. That's not generally something I do. Our last president used to tell that to little girls, you look so mature. He did that a lot. It was really, really creepy. And the media slept on it. Yeah, she's got some wrinkles, don't she? Yes, it is very unsafe.
My journey did not end when I left the Scholarium.
No, you've clearly moved on quite a bit, and you look older.
The ritual to create a luminary took an enormous toll.
Did you hear that young bitch say you looked old? Funny thing is, that little wood elf next to me, who looks like she's 25, she's probably like 200.
Dark chapters are just that. Moments in time. Downturns in the tale.
Dark chapters are just that. Moments in time. Ooh, dark chapters! Happy February, everyone.
Things got better. I found new purpose. Students eager to learn. New partners in research. And new partners in life.
When I was a young warthog. When I was a young warthog.
As I cast this echo, surprised how easily the magic came back to me. I have much to be grateful for. I'm a respected hedge wizard in Skyrim. They know me only as a compassionate, wise teacher.
Why were you in a hedge?
Which brings me back to
I think she's just a drunk and was like sleeping under bushes.
I made sure of it. I hope it was
made myself laugh.
Take from this place the sigil of the
It happens to everyone, sweetie. It's alright.
the Evergreen never forgot her magical friends.
Never forget your magical friends. Thanks, Oofsild. I knew she was a Nord. This is Nord territory, Eastmarch, and all of this furniture is Nordic. Like a track, Nordic track. I can't loot any of your stuff. You got some honey just sitting in there? That's probably a couple 100 years old, because you, honey, have been dead quite a while.
We will.
Nightstand is empty. You don't have any, like, lube or dildos in there at all? Alright. No wonder she looks so old. She'd be happier if she had a little excitement in her life. I'm having a lot more fun with this leg of the journey than the the dragon was very disappointing. I had to run around and find pieces of a riddle. That was disappointing, and
all of this.
What was the other one? I think the griffin went on and on and on. Usul gave us so much. Yeah. All of what?
Well, the crow wants me to be the master of the Scholarium.
Her dank, dingy little apartment out in the middle of the woods.
It's a bit overwhelming.
I don't know how she'd be able to get any sleep with that river going by.
But knowing how much Usul dealt with, all she went through and struggled.
Guaranteed, bunch of kids smoking pot out there all day long, guys fishing, getting drunk, being loud, not to mention the noise of the river itself. I think that'd be kind of annoying. This is not, this doesn't take place in Texas, so she can't, like, defend her own land.
Maybe even bring it to others through the guild. I can think about that later. Let's get the sigil back to the altar.
Watch those hands, sweetheart. What are they doing? You are rubbing up and down. Alright, let's head back. Speaking of head, keep your hands away from there. Whee! I am going to go for another 14 minutes or so, just to get a nice, even around 2 hours. Oh, I think we are at the end of this quest. One of the things I can do is switch out my gear. I just wanted to get the Order's Wrath gear done. Scribing altar. More talky, less action.
The altar is yours, inheritor.
So, everyone's talking at once. Shut up.
See what happens if we open the Scalarium to the world. You know what? I think maybe, just maybe, my parents might be impressed with me next time I go home to visit.
I thought your parents were dead. Are you going to become Scalarium's librarian like the Crow wanted?
I'm going to start by convincing the Votary Commander to keep me assigned here. Scribing is a lot.
Aren't you in charge?
Ulfsild worked alone and in secret.
I thought that was the whole point, was the Crow said she's in charge now. I don't know how'd that go over. You walk into your manager's office and you're like, "Hi, a bird told me I'm your boss now, bye." You're fired. We open the doors of the guild library to the guild. You think the guild will take scribing?
The adepts of the Mages Guild, they love an intellectual puzzle. Maybe someday.
Yeah, the Mages Guild is a bunch of nerds.
Every guild hall across Tamriel.
If you give them a Rubik's Cube, you can just walk behind them and steal books off the shelves. They don't care. They're just so into whatever puzzle you give them. That's for tomorrow. It was quite a journey.
The altar is completely restored.
Grimoire for Soul Burst. True Sight Viewing. I guess that's a memento. We put turquoise blue on barrier. I like that, so one of the things you do with barrier is more than one person will have that equipped when you go into a trial, which has 12 people. You can have 12 individuals in there running around. You can tell someone, hey, my barrier is going to be blue. You'll see when it goes away, so when mine goes away, you can pop yours. So you can players without having to go on microphone and interrupt what they're doing. So this is a really cool thing to do. My barrier is currently kind of orange.
Letting the world appreciate Ulfsild's legacy firsthand.
I don't have barrier yet on this character. It's under Fighters Guild? No. Support. Yeah, there it is. See, if you can kind of see it, since it's locked, you really can't see it, but it does have like an orange kind of glow to it. If you go in here, you can change it to blue. I don't have skills for that style yet, but when I unlock that skill, I can change it to blue. If I go into a trial, someone else can have it blue. If they don't, I can, change mine to blue, so we'll know that two different people are using barriers, so we don't overlap. Warhorn. Hell yeah. We do need Warhorn. At Amber Orange, we can change the color, but we have not unlocked that yet. That's just a way to make it so if you're in a good group, you don't have to talk on the mic as much in order to communicate what's happening. So that's the end of that quest. And I believe it should tell us in scribing where that would be located. Trample is So this is purchased from the Chronicler. Okay. After earning the sigil of the Luminaire Indrik, which I have, requires Alliance War Skill Apprentice achievement to purchase. So we need to go and see if we have the Alliance achievement. This will be in PvP, which I'm not seeing. Ah, there it is. What was it? This is not in alphabetical order. It should be. We're looking for Alliance War, Recruit Volunteer, Legionnaire Veteran. Is it Master? Do we need Master? I forgot already. That is what happens, oops, when you drink too much caffeine. All the way down. War Skill Apprentice. I think that's what it said. War Skill Apprentice. War Skill Apprentice. War Skill Master. There's, yeah, I've got to have had it, right? Alliance War Sergeant, Lieutenant, Captain, Centurion, Colonel, Brigadier. Oh, I wish this was in alphabetical order. Overlord, Warlord, General, Legate, Palatine, Praetorian, Prefect, Brigadier, Tribune, Colonel, Centurion, Major, Captain, Lieutenant, Sergeant, Sergeant, First Sergeant, Corporal. Did I freaking miss it? Volunteer, Recruit, Tyro, which is an actual word. They didn't make that up. I mean, if I've got Veteran, then I've got to have Apprentice, right? Whatever. Let's go see if we can purchase this. Where is he? It's a training room. That's the Furnisher and Script Vendor Chronicle, Ferendil. There he is. Alright, let's go talk to Ferendil. I so hope I don't have to purchase this on every damn character.
The key when shopping is never to have your heart set on just one thing. I offer so many treasures, so many...
I hate High Elves. Stop talking to me. That's the Banner Bearer. Oh, man. Requires that... Oh, I don't have the money for it either. And I don't have the skill. They're all so expensive. Ugh. Torchbearer, there it is. So I do have the achievement for that. But I don't have the achievement for... Which, I need this. This is one of the skills I need to do trial content at this point. War skill... I thought I had the War Skill Apprentice. Skills. I thought we already looked at this, right? Assault. This is Alliance War skill. I don't see something that says Apprentice in here. I don't know. And I hate leveling this stuff up. Like I should be having this skill on. Right there. Okay. It takes a lot of magic. Alright, so I can't afford any of these stupid things. Oh, there's a book. Our Story, Part 3. Shalador had offered me eternal life. I said no, of course, because I'm stupid. We can sell a bunch of stuff real quick. This is going to be the end of the stream coming up. Oops. No. I want that back. Wait, is that rawhide? I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I don't want that. We want those. We don't. Ah, we want that, yeah. Ink, that can go, that can go, that can go. And all those items can go. About half full. Okay. So we need to go home real quick and deposit some of this stuff. This is the fun part of the game that happens all the time, which is going off and depositing a bunch of stuff. Oh my god, look at that guy. A bunch of stuff at my house and looking at my gear, looking at my skills. Then I'll switch characters, go into my storage, pull out the item that I want on that character, and so on and so forth. That takes about half an hour. One of the things I did with the guild that I'm in, which is fairly inactive these days, they have a Discord server as well that I'm still a part of. Nothing ever happens in there. It's kind of dead. Occasionally someone will post a picture, like look at this funny picture from the game, but it's very rare. We're not grouping up to do content anymore. It's kind of sad because it was fun for a long time. I was basically their banker, and I would go in there and oh right, I don't need you, I need you. I would go in there and organize the bank because people would just drop their garbage in there, like, ooh, resource portfolio, I need that. Oops. Counterfeit edict pardon. Let's go ahead and read that. I hope that works for all characters. If it doesn't, this is a whole complete waste. I don't play this character enough, and she's not suited for high content. We don't get that. Oh, we're over full of macaco. I need to get macaque out of this bird. Yeah. That goes in there. And I got another storage trunk over here. Zombie's case. If you don't know who Zombie is, you won't understand why that's funny. Clean pelts go in there. It's upgrades. That's what I screwed up. I knew I forgot something. I'm supposed to pop these experience scrolls when I'm using my dual wield. Damn. That's annoying. We're going to put the Captain's Pauldrons in there. And the Nern root goes in my bugs and guts and junk. This is all my alchemy stuff. It's all full of, you know, bugs. There's thorax. There's a torch bug thorax. And there's guts in here. And spider egg scrib jelly is guts. Nightshade. I've got a bunch of mushrooms because, you know, sometimes you like to get high. And I've got leftist tears. Look at that. I've got 190 jars of leftist tears, just in case. And that's this is my storage area. I've got some backup panties. You never know when you need an extra pair of panties. I've got some dirty socks. I got used hankies. This is just, so all this stuff in here I have in my bank, but this is extra that won't fit in the bank. So I just store it in here like this. I can sell 200 of those. Make, I think, 500 grand if I sell 200. I don't remember the trade anymore. But this is all stuff used for crafting that no longer fits in my bank. This is food, nom-noms. I use that for crafting crafting tonics and food. And that is the stream, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to end it right here, hanging out in front of the fire. Thank you for joining. If you like the stream, I guess you could hit the like. If not, that's okay. I still appreciate all of you guys being here. Have a good one. I will be on later today after I take care of a bunch of Sunday chores. Have a good one.